Rusty is wiping down a car. Where did that come from? Please tell me in the comments because I need to know some things like that. Hey guys, my name is Southern and we are here on our second movie review for Presumed Innocent, the TV series from Apple TV. Today I am going to be giving out some hints and spoiler alerts for those who really want to know what happened at the end of the episode 2. I really have the answers for you guys. So if you are interested in content like this, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in just a minute.
May need this nugget of encouragement. Things will be alright, so quit your worry. I get it. The odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such.
Alright, so we're on episode 2 of Presumed Innocence by Apple TV, and it is getting as juicy as it can be. Many people have seen some series like this before, but I'm telling you, you will not be expecting what happens. If you want a full review of this whole book that I've done, I will leave it in the description box. But remember, it does have spoiler alerts. I want everybody to know that this video is for entertainment and for opinion based only. Please do not drag me in the comments. I love telling stories from beginning to end. I do include spoilers, and I will let you know beforehand before I drop the jewels on you. So I want to start off where we left off in episode 1, where Rusty is questioned by Tomimoto and Delay on why did he not know that he had a relationship with Carolyn. Did you not also know that she was pregnant? Did you not also know that you could potentially be the daddy? And we can eliminate you if you can just give us a paternity test or a little DNA swab so we can figure out what's happening. Rusty is trying to be no part of this. He gets up, he walks up out of that office, and he has every right to do so because it's completely insane. My friend Jess was murdered. Now, of course, y'all don't know that, I had relations with her, and that wasn't your personal understanding to know. But the fact that you found this out, I don't have to give you every single detail, so don't pry into my life and try to ruin my life by bringing this up. So I don't want to deal with this, so I'm gone. I'm trying to get to the part where Rusty goes out to the car and he starts wiping down the car. Who told him to do that? And why is he doing that? Is he really a suspect? I know he ain't, but we gonna keep it rolling. I'm gonna let y'all believe what y'all want to believe. But if you feel like he is, please mention it in the comments. But I want you to stay to the end because I do have some secrets for you guys. So Rusty finally gets home and it's at the point where he needs to talk to Brenda. Now, Brenda is his wife, and he sits down and talks to her and lets her know Carolyn was pregnant. I potentially could be the dad, but I'm definitely getting arrested for this crime, and I want you to know what happens. Now, she's a little bit too humble, too subtle, and it's for a reason. And then she wants to bring it up to the kids. She wants the kids to go ahead and know, Daddy was having an affair on us, and Daddy was, keeping lies. But he also has to let Brenda know that the baby could potentially be his because the affair had stopped, but it got picked up again a little later. And so it puts us in a bad bind, but I got to be truthful and let you know what's happening before they just automatically bust in this house and tell you everything or you hear it from the news. One other thing that was very interesting, spoiler alert for those people, Carolyn hiding evidence. When they had the 2 different specimens and she wanted to focus it all on Reynolds and not tell anybody, that was really shady. Like I said, this case in particular was not in the book, so I'm finding that one pretty interesting. In the book, And I'm so sorry for those who don't really want to hear about the book, but you want to hear mostly about the story. But in the book, their case that actually started their affair was a case of a young boy who was abused by his mom. And Carolyn saw how hard that Rusty had fought for that child. And so when she saw that, that sparked the attraction that she had. And then they started the affair. So now seeing this new case that they have going on and the drama that comes along with them him going to jail in order to ask him, did you put a hit out on Carolyn? Because this is not making sense. I really prefer if you can give me all the information that you need, because you desperate to come up with an answer and you don't have one, because none of this is making sense. How are you becoming part of a suspect? And then him lying to his partner, that really hurt her, and she really just felt some type of way about it. So Rusty is trying to do as best as he can to cover all bases, to make sure that everyone knows the truth, from his wife to his partners to his employers, everything. But it's backfiring on him. So everybody's mad at Rusty now, from the wife to the kids to the employer to Tomimoto to Delay. And so it's just now they already went through the search warrant throughout the house and got a DNA sample. They found out that he is, yes, the father. And so while everyone is mad at him, the police come to the house for a second time. And this time they go ahead and arrest Rusty. So now it's going to be starting for the trial. Now, a couple of little changes inside of this episode I thought was interesting, was shocking to me, was the Judge Little. Judge Little was a man in the book. They changed the complete gender. Now they kept the same race because the judge is supposed to be known as Judge big man, and I can't really use the word that he actually had in the book, but he was Judge Big Man, and he portrayed and connected with so many people that was of the same race because of his color. Okay, so now, are you ready for some spoilers? Are you ready for some secrets? Because now I'm about to give you a hint. You know, at the end of the episode, when Rusty got a text message that says, I know you was at the apartment because I saw you. Everyone on this YouTube has decided to come up with so many different analogies, but I'm telling you, came to the right place, because I'm going to tell you and read verbatim what happened in the book. You ready? Okay, cool. All right. So he got a text message from an unknown person. Inside of the book, it's by a witness that actually saw Rusty come up out of Carolyn's apartment. Now, Rusty only has one vehicle. Barbara at the time had took the vehicle and goes to work. Rusty takes the train to go back and forth to Carolyn's apartment. Now, the person that saw Rusty, lives in the same apartment as Carolyn by the name of Miss Kaepernick. Miss Kaepernick says that she saw Rusty get on the train at a certain time and he left to go home or wherever he was going. But I did see him. Now, when it gets to the court case, this is how the series should evolve. Now, if they change the gender of Kaepernick and make it a man, don't be surprised, but this is how it should evolve. All right, I'm going to read verbatim what happens when they get into the court, because it becomes a circus. Now, it's Apple TV's decision, the comic role, or they're going to try to keep it in the drama area. So let's get into the reading of the book. It ain't going to take long. All right. You ready? Okay. Instead, Nico simply says, do you see in the courtroom, Miss Kaepernick, anyone you have seen in the vicinity of Miss Palmer's apartment? Well, I know I've seen that one, and she says. She throws both her hands and her bangles in the direction of the judge, Leonard, who is supposed to be the black lady. Leonard covers his face with both hands. Nico punches the bridge of his nose. The laughter in the spectator section is suppressed, but seems after us instants to glow. Miss Kaepernick, recognizing that she has blown it, looks about desperately. She points at Tomimoto, seated at the prosecuting's table. Him too, she says. Moto makes matters worse by turning to see if there's anyone behind him. By now, the jurors are laughing. Nico retreats in the evidence cart and brings Miss Kaepernick the photo spread from what she said previously, identifying a snap of me. She looks at the spread, glances up in my direction, and shrugs. Who knows? Do you recall previously identifying photograph number 4, Nico says. This time she says out loud, who knows? When Nico closes his eyes in frustration, she adds, oh, all right, I said it was him. Nico heads for his seat. Cross-examination. One question, says Stern. Miss Kaepernick, I take it that your building is air conditioned. Air conditioned, she says to the judge. What does business he got with air conditioning? Leonard stands to his full height and places his hand on the far side of the bench, and he is candid over Mrs. Kaepernick, 5 or 6 feet above her head. Miss Kaepernick, he says quietly, that question you can answer yes or no. If you say anything else, I will hold you in contempt. Yes, says Miss Kaepernick. Nothing further, says Stern. Your Honor, the record will be reflected that there is no identification of Mr. Savage. The record will reflect, says Judge Little, shaking his head, that Mr. Savage was one of the few persons in the courtroom Miss Kaepernick missed. So there you have it. There you have it. That is going to be the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to talk about this, we are on Telegram with This is Southern Thing Telegram, all in the description box. We also have Instagram and TikTok, and we would love to hear from you. If you have more questions or anything that you will want to talk about, please join us there. Until next time, I'll see you guys for episode 3, which will be on June the 19th of 2024. And until then, love you guys. Bye, guys.
May need this nugget of encouragement. Things will be alright, so quit your worry. I get it. The odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, no, you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude, knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost? Count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my